Former President Donald Trump has announced today an ambitious package of tariffs that, according to some experts, could mark the beginning of a new era in international trade. With this measure, Trump aims to restore industrial production and jobs in the United States. However, many analysts fear that this action represents a direct attack on the global trade system established after World War II. Although not all the details are yet known, the formal announcement is scheduled for the afternoon of April 2nd. Trump has called this date Liberation Day, a symbolic declaration of his intention to break away from current international trade rules. During his speech, Trump stated that many countries have taken advantage of the United States for decades. He claimed that the situation must change, and although he hopes to maintain good relations with most countries, he acknowledged that with some, conflicts may arise. From New York, we observe that Trump presents these tariffs as a tool to correct years of unfair trade policies that, according to him, have allowed other countries to gain an advantage over the United States. He insists that the U.S. economy has been deindustrialized and that these tariffs are an attempt to reverse that trend. Trump has repeatedly stated that these tariffs will not be paid by American consumers, but by foreign exporters. However, numerous economists argue that in reality, it is a tax that will end up raising the price of imported goods. Since the beginning of his presidency, Trump's trade policy has been marked by uncertainty. Contradictory messages from different members of his administration have made it difficult to clearly anticipate the direction of these measures. Different scenarios are being considered, from tariffs differentiated by country based on the size of their trade surplus with the United States, to a flat 20% tariff on specific sectors. The latter option is worrying both Democratic and Republican lawmakers, and could spark a wave of internal political tensions. Historically, Trump has linked his strategy to the golden era of American industrialization in the late 19th century. However, historical precedents show that tariffs have not always been effective. In 1930, for example, the imposition of heavy tariffs worsened the Great Depression and led to a drop in global trade. Today, the context is even more complex. Imports account for around 14% of the U.S. GDP, and many of them are intermediate goods necessary for domestic supply chains. An increase in tariffs could have negative consequences across multiple industrial sectors. Beyond specific measures, many observers believe that Trump is trying to redesign the global financial and trade system. According to some leaks, there is consideration of an international agreement similar to the 1985 Plaza Accord, aimed at weakening the dollar to boost U.S. exports, while maintaining its role as the global reserve currency. Among the proposals are the issuance of 100-year Treasury bonds, the creation of a sovereign wealth fund to depreciate the dollar, and new strategic alliances in defense and trade. Nonetheless, numerous economists consider these ideas unfeasible and extremely difficult to implement. In Europe, uncertainty is also high. The European Commission still doesn't know exactly which sectors will be affected or which products will face new tariffs. The wine industry, semiconductors, and pharmaceutical companies could be among the most impacted. The European Union has declared that it does not wish to enter a trade war, but states it is legally and strategically prepared to take retaliatory measures if necessary. American business owners are also concerned. Many are stockpiling inventory in anticipation of the tariffs, while others, especially small and medium-sized enterprises, fear they will not be able to absorb the additional costs. Consumers, in turn, could face price increases that would worsen inflation. The big question remains, will this strategy succeed, or will it trigger a new trade war that harms both the United States and its international partners? After the collapse of the global security system following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Trump now appears to be targeting the dismantling of the international financial and trade order. Are we witnessing a turning point in the history of global commerce? More updates to come.